Hello everyone, my name is Ryson and welcome to Rysfix. And in this video I will show you if your fuel tank is rusted from inside like this, then how to get rid of this rust permanently. So it is going to be a very helpful and a very interesting video guys. So see that you like the video now only, and if you are coming on this channel for the first time, see that you subscribe. So come on, let's start the video. So guys, this fuel tank is of KTM RC390, and as you can see inside of this fuel tank guys, it is fully rusted and flakes are coming out. I did not ride this bike for around 3 years and my petrol tank was only half full, and because of that this fuel tank got rusted from inside. When I saw it first, I also got a little bit scared, but because I faced this problem, now I can share the solution of this problem with you guys. So sometimes whatever happens for good. Now how to take out a KTM RC390 fuel tank, I've already made a video on that. I will put a link of that video in the end screen so you can later go there, watch that video, take your fuel tank out and then come and follow this video. Now before you do anything, see that you dismantle all the fuel cock, fuel pump, petrol tank lid and whatever there is on the fuel tank, because otherwise all those things will get spoiled. Now to take out the rust from this fuel tank, you will need some important things which you will have to keep ready before you start with the process. So before you do anything, take your fuel tank to the pressure washer and spray pressured water inside of your fuel tank and clean it from inside thoroughly. When you spray pressured water inside the fuel tank, all the rust will come out. All the flakes which are formed inside of your fuel tank will start to come out. As you guys can see here, how the flakes are coming out. So all the flakes and whatever rust which can come out on the pressure washer, you will have to take that out first. Then make use of a torch and see where the rust is left, and then spray pressured water on those spots and let those flakes come out of the fuel tank. Now one good thing about this KTM RC390 fuel tank is you can spray the water inside of the fuel tank from underneath and from on top as well. But if you are doing this on any other bike fuel tank, then you will have to spray the water from inside this hole. Then you will have to turn the tank like this and take out all the rusted parts and water from the same hole like this. If the water is not coming out, then lift the tank and shake it like this and take out as much water as possible. Once you take out all the water, let's see what is the scene inside of this fuel tank now. And as you guys can see, a lot of my rust is already gone, but still there is a lot of rust left. Now I will keep this fuel tank like this only for one night, and tomorrow I will check inside of this fuel tank what is the scene. Now lots of rust which was there inside of this fuel tank is already gone, as you guys can see, but there's a lot left as well. But keep watching this video guys, because I will show you how to take this rust out completely and in a very nice way as well. So see that you don't skip the video even a little bit guys, otherwise you will follow all the steps in a wrong way and you can ruin your entire fuel tank. So here my one night is up. Now let's go inside of the fuel tank and see what is the scene. Now as you guys can see, the rust has started to come back. But the technique which I am going to show you guys, if you follow that, the rust is not going to come back so soon. And as you guys can see how my rust has come back in just one night. This is also because some water was left inside of the fuel tank. So when the metal gets water and oxygen, it is very easy for it to rust. So come on guys, let's get rid of this rust permanently now. And let's clean this fuel tank thoroughly. Now to do that, you will need these two things. This is caustic soda. This you will get easily in any hardware shop. And this is a special type of chemical. Now what type of chemical this is, I will tell you in the end of this video. So watch the entire video guys. It is a very cheap chemical and you will get it anywhere. So those were the two main things. Then you will need two buckets like this. And to protect yourself, you will need rubber gloves like this and a gas mask. So here I will like to put a disclaimer guys. All these things which I am going to show you further in this video, everything has been carried out with professional guidance and safety. So without professional guidance, don't try this at home. So the first thing that I will do is I will fill this bucket up with water. Then I will add the caustic soda which I had bought. As you guys can see here, I am opening my caustic soda bag. This comes in the form of a powder, as you guys can see. So open it nicely. As you guys can see how it looks like. So this entire half kilo packet I will put inside of the water. So once I add this to the water, I will allow the bucket to fill with water, and once the bucket is full, I will stop the water. Then I will get the fuel tank and I will place this fuel tank on top of the other bucket, like this. I am keeping it on top of the bucket because whatever chemicals I will put inside of this fuel tank, those chemicals should not fall out on the ground or on the floor. They should fall directly inside of the bucket so that I can contain it properly. So the spillage should not be there. You should also protect the environment guys. That is the reason why I kept this fuel tank on top of the bucket. Once you place the tank on top of the bucket, now I will wear my rubber gloves to protect myself, and then I will stir the water in which I have added the caustic soda so that it mixes well. And if I turn the camera on me, you will notice that I am wearing my gas mask so that I will protect my lungs. Why you have to protect your lungs, that I will show you now in this video. As you guys can see, this is the chemical, and you guys can notice that how the fumes are coming out from the bottle. If I take this chemical inside of a plastic container like this, then you guys can see how the fumes are coming out. This, if you inhale, it is very dangerous for your lungs, guys. So when you are using chemicals like this, see that you protect yourself. That is the reason why I am wearing a gas mask here. So I will pour a very little amount of chemical inside of my fuel tank. As you guys can see how little amount I have taken. Once you take so much amount of chemical, wherever there is rust inside of your fuel tank, there you should keep this chemical for a while. You will have to move your entire fuel tank like this so that the chemical inside touches all those parts which are rusted. Don't keep this chemical in one spot for too long, guys, because this chemical eats up the rust very fast. Once it eats up the rust, if your fuel tank is rusted too much on the inside, then it can create a hole inside of your fuel tank if the metal is too thin, because after it eats up the rust, it will start to eat up the metal. But it eats the metal very slowly, guys. It takes lots of time for that, but it eats up the rust very quickly. So after moving the fuel tank like this, I will try to put the camera inside to show you guys, and I don't want to cut this video as well, guys, because I want to show you guys how this chemical has eaten up the rust. So in this entire fuel tank, I will spread the chemical by moving the tank like this, because my fuel tank has been rusted from all the sides. So wherever my chemical touches, it will eat up the rust from there. So I will put the camera inside and I will show you. And as you guys can see, after doing this for a little while, how clean my fuel tank is become from inside. And the brown liquid which is there inside of the fuel tank, it is that chemical which I have put inside. Now the rust has mixed inside of that chemical, and because of that the color of the chemical has become like this. Now I will pour a little bit more amount of chemical. Now when you are pouring the chemical inside of your fuel tank, it should not fall out, guys. Little bit of my chemical fell outside of the fuel tank, so immediately I will wipe it with a cloth. So when it falls outside like this, I will make use of the caustic soda solution which we have prepared beforehand. So take a little bit amount of that solution and pour it where your acid fell like this. And what it will do is it will balance the acid. Now whatever solution you pour here, it will go down through the petrol overflow pipe. Now how less amount of chemical I have used, you guys have seen it already. Because if you use this chemical too much, guys, it becomes very difficult to handle it. It will burn everything out. So see that you take out all the parts from your fuel tank like fuel cock, because it will burn your fuel cock completely. So move the fuel tank like this so that your chemical spreads inside of your fuel tank properly. And very nicely and very easily it will take out all your rust. Make a use of a torch and look inside if the rust is gone completely. If you feel that the rust is gone and if you are satisfied with it, then the next thing that you will have to do is the caustic soda solution which we had prepared beforehand. Now it's time to take it in a cup and pour it inside of the fuel tank. Now the chemical which I had put before this was the acid, and this caustic soda is like a base of that acid. This caustic soda solution will neutralize the acid, guys. That is the reason why now I have put this caustic soda solution which we had prepared beforehand inside of the fuel tank. Now this caustic soda solution also, you will have to move the tank like this and let it spread nicely all over the fuel tank inside. You will have to repeat this process of adding the caustic soda solution inside of the fuel tank for 2-3 times, so that whatever acid which is there inside of the fuel tank will get neutralized. So don't be a miser in doing this, guys. See that you pour the caustic soda solution generously. If you don't get rid of the acid which is there inside, then it will keep on eating your metal. So see that you neutralize it properly. Like this, you will have to add the caustic soda solution inside of the fuel tank and rinse it from inside. Once you wash this fuel tank from inside nicely and thoroughly with this caustic soda solution, I will keep the fuel tank like this for around 5 minutes, so that the caustic soda solution which is there inside of this fuel tank will get time to act and to neutralize the acid properly. Once you keep it for 5 minutes, for one last time you will have to use pressured water and clean the fuel tank from inside and outside thoroughly. Now this caustic soda solution neutralizes the acid inside. Now how you will come to know if the caustic soda solution neutralizes the acid, that also I will show you further in this video. So see that you keep watching the video, and if you are finding this video useful and interesting, then see that you like the video now only. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then see that you subscribe. Now once you are done pressure washing your fuel tank, you should not allow water to stay inside of your fuel tank for long. So very quickly we'll check inside of the tank what is the status of the rust once we are done with the treatment and how it looks from inside. And as you guys can see how clean the fuel tank is become from inside. Now there is a little amount of rust which is left, you can wipe it off with a cloth and it will come out very easily. But see that you don't scrape it off with a sharp object, because it will get scratched and rust will start to come out from there. So if there was lots of rust still remaining inside, then I would repeat this process. But the results which I have got, I am very satisfied with it. Now this fuel tank is wet from inside, so I will keep it under the hot sun so that it dries very quickly. Even if you keep it under the sun, it will take some time for it to dry. So if you have pressured air, or if you have a hot air gun, or if you have a hair dryer, then use it guys and dry the water inside of the fuel tank completely as quickly as possible, because you can't keep the water inside for too long. I am using a hot air gun here to dry my fuel tank from inside completely. Like this, my fuel tank got dry very quickly. So once I was done drying this fuel tank, there are a few things which I had told you that I will show you in the end of the video. Those things I will show you now. So the first thing that we'll do is we will go near the chemical, and as you guys can see, inside of this bucket my acid fell, my caustic soda solution fell, and they got mixed inside by themselves. And what happened here is it got neutralized by itself. And as you guys can see how black thing is formed inside of this, all the rust is also there inside of that, and my fuel tank is also now neutralized. So once you are done with the process, your entire thing will look something like that. And the next thing that I told you that I will show you what is the name of the chemical. And as you guys can see, this is the chemical, and you will laugh at this chemical guys. And this chemical is the local floor cleaner. This chemical is used to clean the floor guys. This chemical you will get in any of the hardware shops. It is called a floor cleaner. In my opinion, this is the hydrochloric acid. If you mix this acid with water and if you pour the mixture on the floor tiles, then it will clean your tiles very nicely. So that same chemical I have used to clean my fuel tank to get rid of the rust. It's a very cheap chemical guys. I have paid around 120 rupees for this chemical, and I did not use the entire bottle as well guys. You guys saw that already. Maybe I used around 200 ml from this bottle. So it comes very cheap guys. Sometimes the things are just around us guys, but we don't know how to use them. So my fuel tank is now clean completely guys. In my next video I will show you how to replace the fuel pump on a KTM RC390. So be ready for that. And if you found this particular video useful, then see that you like and share with your friends and family. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, then see that you subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon so that you will not miss any of my future videos. Till then, this is Rysfix signing out. Until we meet again.